Hello students, in the today's video we are going to study the new chapter of economics, the ninth chapter of economics, economic policy of India 1991. Students, economic means related with money, policy means plan. So the economic policy which is related to the full nation, for the full country, is known as economic policy. India got the independence. Very important and a very interesting lecture today, students. India got independence in the year 1947. From the year 1947, India started preparing a 5-year plan from the year 1951, 55, 56 onwards. Every 5-year plan was being prepared with the only intention that India should develop. Right, students? But what was happening? India was not developing as per the expectation. The economic growth was very less. The inflation was very high. And in the year 1985, it was a situation that Indian currency was just devaluing, नीचे आ रहा था. In the year 1991, what happened, students? A very important year in the Indian history. What happened, students, in the year 1991? India was having only finance 2 weeks of import. India was having only so much foreign currency that they can only finance 2 weeks import. Can you imagine, students? Can you imagine this important point? Your family members, your mother and father are only having limited money, so they can purchase the grocery only for the next 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, all your finances are going to get vanished. They are going to get over. You will not have any money. So how you are going to survive after 2 weeks? The same situation India was facing in the year 1991. Finance that was available with us, paisa, was only able to finance 2 weeks of import. This serious situation was studied by the finance minister of that time in the year 1991. I am talking about it. The finance minister during that time were Dr. Manmohan Singh. He is known as the father of Indian reforms. And what Dr. Manmohan Singh did, he executed, he planned the policy in the year 1991, which was popularly known as NEP, that is New Economic Policy, which was framed in the year 1991. And students, because of this policy, because of the new economic policy in the year 1991, it changed the entire scenario of the Indian economy. The Indian economy which is standing today in this 2021 is the result of that economic policy prepared in the year 1991. Alright, students, so it was a very, very important policy and very important features we are going to discuss. Important features we are going to discuss. Just try to understand the new economic policy. To explain you this new economic policy, I will just take two situations, normal situations I would like to take. One situation is before and another situation is after. Means what was happening before 1991 and what started happening after 1991. So two scenarios, two pictures I am going to put in front of you. Alright, students, the first point is, our question is features of NEP, National Economic Policy. Alright, students, okay, so what was the first one? The first one was de-licensing. The first one was de-licensing. License means what? The permission to do something. And de-licensing means what? To remove the permission, to remove the grants. Alright, students, what was happening before 1991? Try to understand the scenario properly. What was happening before 1991? If any person wanted to start any industry, then that person has to follow a very lengthy, complicated, and a very tiring procedure to get the license to start the industry. So what was happening? People were thinking, yaar, because of this lengthy procedure, tiring procedure, chodo, let it be. We are not bothered to start an industry. Right, students? So many people who had the potential, who had the capacity to start the industries, they were also not going in industrial sector. Why? Because of the lengthy procedure of getting the industrial license. This was observed by Manmohan Singh, and what happened, students? After 1991, in the new economic policy, this concept was a de-licensing was being introduced. Means what? Okay, now if I want to start the industries, no need to follow the lengthy, complicated and tiring procedure. A small, easy procedure was to be followed. So many industrialists got attracted to start the industries. First it was 18 industries, all were exempted. And then only now 4 industries are there. Industrial explosive, chemicals, hazardous chemicals, cigarette making company, defense. These 4 categories. If you want to start this industry, then the procedure is lengthy and complicated. Apart from this, if you want to start any industry, if you want to prepare a pen industry, you want to prepare a toothbrush industry, whatever industry you want to start, the procedure became very simple. So people got encouraged to start the industry. Industries came into market and see the repo effect. When industries come in the market, it generates employment, reduces poverty, national income, and economic growth of the country takes place. The first one was de-licensing, to remove the license and make the procedure very, very simple to develop or to establish an industry. The first point. The second point is encourage the small sectors. Students, these small sectors are playing a very important role in our market. Right, students, you are sitting in a luxurious cars. But trust me, when you are sitting in a car, the seat of that car is not prepared by that company. For example, if you are sitting in a Mercedes, the cushion, the seats of the Mercedes are not prepared by Mercedes. They are prepared by some small sector companies, and here it is been assembled. Right, students? The mirrors are there. Many small things are there, which small sectors are preparing. So what is going to happen? First, see again the same picture, again the same scenario. Before, what was happening? Small sectors were having the investment capacity of only 1 crore. If you want to invest more, you are not coming under the small scale category. Then you had to go for the large scale category. So what was happening? I was not able to go in the large scale category because I was having a fund of 2 to 3 crore rupees. But I had to invest only 1 crore if I want to get a small sector category. Now what happened? How NEP encouraged the small sector? They increased the slab of investment. The first investment slab was 1 crore. Now the slab was made as the criteria was increased to 5 crore. Means if you are making an investment till 5 crore, you will be coming under a small sector. So what happened, students? Because of de-licensing, industry started developing, and because of this criteria from 1 crore to 5 crore, small people who wanted to start a small industry, cottage industry, they also became motivated to start the industries, giving employment especially to the rural population. Then what happened? See, students, encourage the foreign investment. What was happening before 1991? If any foreign company wants to start a business in India, then they were getting only 51% share. So what was happening? They were thinking, carry 51% share, who is going to work? Efforts we are going to put in only for 51% share. So foreign companies were reluctant to come to our country. Then the share started from 51 to 74, and now it is 100%. So what is happening? The foreign companies get attracted. Coca-Cola, Cadbury's, iPhone, they get attracted towards India. India is having a good prospects of the business. India is having good population, so very good customers we are going to get. And number two, the government policy is also favorable. If we are investing, foreign investing, if we are investing in India, then foreign companies also will be benefited. India is going to get good technology. Employment is going to increase. We are going to use variety of products. Right, students? So encouragement of foreign investment was done. Foreign companies can come in India, invest in India, and 100% decision making power will be remaining with the foreign companies only. Okay. Fourth one, reducing the role of the public sector. See, students, what is happening in the public sector? The efficiency of the work has been reduced. Many places we also go, students, we see that public sector, government sector, the people are getting well paid jobs they have, students, but their efficiency of work is very low. So what the government thought, the government thought of privatization, but the whatever public sectors are there which are not performing well, who are performing well, who are doing good work, it's okay, let them continue. But those who are not performing well, just close down all those units, save that money and use it somewhere in the other sectors. Okay, so what was happened? Reducing the role of the public sector. Public sector role was being reduced to improve the efficiency. Okay, students, so these were main features of the new economic policy. The new economic policy is very much highlighted by the concept of LPG. You can very well see, students, I have just made some color combinations also. You are having the concept of LPG. LPG stands for liberalization. P stands for privatization. And G stands for globalization. Students, this LPG we all are using. We all are staying in India, and LPG we are using in our day-to-day life. Right, student? Just try to understand the meaning of each concept. What is liberalization? Students, the basic meaning of liberalization is to give freedom. Is to give freedom. And what the meaning of freedom, students, say? To remove all the barriers. Try to understand this very simple point. What is liberalization? Liberalization must have to give freedom. A parent is telling a child, you are free to come home at any time. So what the parents are doing? The parents have given liberalization to the children. Okay. So what is liberalization? Freedom. Right, students? And when you are going to get the freedom? When the barriers will be removed, when the restrictions will be removed, you will be getting the freedom. So what was happening, students? When India started trading with the other foreign countries, there were lots of restrictions, there were lots of barriers, there were lots of tariffs. If foreign goods are coming in India, so much tariff has to be charged. If we are exporting the goods, so much tax has to be borne. So what was happening? People were reluctant to do the import and export. People were not interested. They were just thinking, export we are doing this much and tariff we are paying this much. So why we need to do all these things? But after the year 1995, with the concept of liberalization, what happened, students? See, I have highlighted in few words, freedom of economic decisions. All the importers, exporters, traders, they got the freedom to take their own decision. Economic matlab related with the money, supported by the government. So what happened in liberalization, students? Number one, there were flexible interest rates. For different reasons, the bank was charging different interest rates. So what was happening, students? If I want to take a loan is required, capital is required to conduct any business. If I want to take a loan, I was getting the interest on 10%, that person is getting the interest on 5%, depending upon the nature of the business. So what was happening, students? Because of this flexible interest rate, people started borrowing more money from the banks. And because of this, there was a capital formation in our country, giving birth to industrialization. See here, expansion of the industries. In liberalization, the industry started expanding. How they started expanding? Because of de-licensing was there. So people, those who were not interested priorly, they also became interested to start big industry, large scale industries, and they were also interested to start the small scale industries. Right, students? Infrastructure. You are able to see many of the roads, many of the highways are there, skywalks are there, flyovers are there. Why, students say? Because of infrastructure. The government thought if a country needs to progress, then the infrastructure should be excellent. Student, you might have gone to Gujarat, a renowned state of India. In Gujarat, if you are going anywhere to any small rural place, also students say you find a very good roadways there. And that is why more industries are being attracted to set up their business in Gujarat. So infrastructure should be excellent. And what happened in liberalization, students? As I told you, in the new economic policy, FDI was there. FDI means what, students? Foreign direct investment. Foreigners used to come to our country, establish their business, and if foreigners are coming, then it is but obvious that we will get foreign technology, we will get superior skills, and we will get a variety of products to use. Right, students? So liberalization was there. A small example, students. If your father is giving you some work to do, if your father is telling, beta, go and repair this mobile or get this mobile repaired, you are going and you are getting the work done as per you. You are getting the liberalization to take some decisions. You will surely do that work very efficiently. But if there are restrictions by your father, just to step out of the house, hello beta, कहाँ पहुँचे हो? हाँ देखो ये दुकान में जाना है. हाँ देखो 10 रुपए ज़्यादा खर्चा मत करना है. If again and again that restriction is being posted on you, then your efficiency of work is going to collapse. Right, students? The first point was liberalization. What is liberalization? Freedom to take your decisions. The second one, a very effective one, that is privatization. What is privatization? Transfer of ownership from the public sector to the private sector. Okay, students, public sector ownership you have to take. You have to reduce the importance of the public sector and you have to transfer the ownership to the private sector. That was the concept of privatization, with the sole intention that efficiency of work is reduced in the public sector. So what did the government do? The government first started doing disinvestment. Investment is not putting the money. And what is disinvestment? Removing the money. What the government did? The government analyzed the sick public units. What is sick public units? Public sector units. The sectors, the public sector units, sick means what? Those who are working and who are suffering from loss consistently year after year, who are not making any profits. They are known as sick public sector units. So they were being analyzed and those units are being closed. The amount which was invested in that was being removed by the government, disinvestment. And that amount, it was being saved, the students say. So it was being diverted in other sectors. So it was disinvestment. Second one, board was being established, NRB. NRB, a renewal board was being, National Renewal Board was being established. What was the nature of this board? What was the work of this board, students? Because of disinvestment, those workers who were unemployed, who were removed from the job, or who took voluntary retirement because of disinvestment, to look after that workers financially and to provide them the financial helps. Right, students? If you are doing disinvestment, if you are shutting down the companies, then workers are going to suffer unemployment. If there is unemployment, then poverty will be generated. So what was the role of this board? To see such type of workers and to help them financially. Right, students? And here you are having the Navratnas. What the government did, students, the government were trying to do the privatization, but the Navratnas were there. Navratnas matlab 9 important jewels. The company, the public sector, the government company kept with themselves. One example I have tried to target at ONGC, that is Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. Then you have SAIL, you have BHEL, you have a Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Such type of nine Navratnas, nine important jewels, they were not converted into private sector. They were under the control of the Indian government. But the government did privatization. Right, students? And after that, the government posted the concept of globalization. What is globalization, student? Globe. What is globalization? Integration of the world economy. Country's economy. A country should be integrated with the world. Integrated, matlab joined. One country should be joining with the world. Matlab India should have access with the whole world. Sir, means what? In simple language, students, or in other ways, what is globalization? Any person can do the trading in any part of the world. For example, a person who is staying in Kalyan can purchase the goods from America. An American can purchase the goods from Thane. A Thana people can purchase the goods from Dubai. Right, students? So how is that possible? Sitting at your place, how you are accessing the goods and how you are making the purchases, that is because of the year 1991, where globalization came into picture, where the entire globe became one market. Means what, sir? Entire globe became one market means what? First of all, what used to happen, students, if you want to do the markets, then you had to go to your own village market. Then you had to go to the city market. But now what is happening? The entire globe, the full world has become one market, because you can do the buying and selling from any part of the world. That is globalization. Matlab integrating, matlab a river is integrating in the ocean like this. Matlab Indian economy is integrating in the world economy. Foreign collaboration started, students. Very famous examples are there. Hero, Honda integration. Maruti Suzuki, ICICI Prudential. Many examples are there. Collaboration. One Indian company, one foreign company coming together and conducting the business. So collaboration started because of globalization. Second one, promotion was given to exports and imports by EXIM policy. EXIM. Export import policy, students, it was being started to promote the importers and to promote the exporters for doing more trade. Right, students? Now trade is there, na, students? We are importing the goods from China, we are exporting our goods to some other countries. So trade has increased. Our relationship with the countries have increased. Variety of products Indians we are able to use. Nice technology, skilled people we are also able to go abroad and to have our education completed. Right, students? It is all possible because of the new economic policy which was highlighted, which changed the face of the Indian economy, and economy started growing from the year 1991. All right, students, hope you have understood this topic. Thank you.